Hello everyone, this is Dr. El-Hawary, and today I'm going to present a practical sample of Adobe InDesign. To allocate this file, please go to your Edmodo and check the file called a practical sample. At this case, you will find inside it a Word document with different samples. Also, you're going to find some images which you can use within your project. All feel free please to go over the internet and select your own images. Now this is just a practice before the exam. So upcoming exam we're gonna take place within Adobe InDesign. So I'm getting myself quite familiar with InDesign at this case, so when I go in exam I'm all ready. Now in this case here I've just went to the Word document here, and you're gonna find again it tells you this is a practical exam and it tells you what type of practical exam it is. So in here I'm trying to create a newsletter. So as you know, in the first project what we designed a booklet. So at this case, it's not necessary to get a booklet in your final exam. So it might be newsletter, it might be a leaflet, it might be a brochure, it might be a flyer. It doesn't matter what exactly it's asking you for, but as long as we follow the steps and we go through the rules, at this case, it's easier for us to understand and create our design. So starting with here, ask me to create a newsletter layout using the following steps. So I'm just gonna follow those steps closely. So I ask you page size is 450 height by 280 width, which is clearly looks like a portrait for me. So I'm going over here, I'm choosing customized here, and I'm going to the width here. I'll make sure I'm writing the right digits when it comes to those two. So in here, I'm going to 280. So 280 millimeter. Where I'm going to the second point here, it tells me the second one is 450 millimeter. So I'm gonna go here 450 millimeter. Make sure this is a millimeter, or click anywhere around just to get those two M's next to your document. Now if you're not quite sure if this is a portrait or landscape, of course we can look at the orientation just next to it, and here it shows me clearly this is a portrait. Now going to the next step here, tells me page size. We're done with this. Add 4 pages facing each other. Now this is very important when it comes to pages, if they are facing each other or if are not facing each other. So make sure if they are facing each other, you can click on facing here, so this button here. So that means all the pages will be facing each other at the back. Now if it tells you not facing each other, make sure you just untick facing pages. In this case it gives you a separate page. Great. So for me here, ask me for 4 pages facing each other. So I'm gonna go here typing 4 facing each other. Now when we get any pages that are facing each other, again we're starting from number 2. But if we're getting a pages that are not facing each other, we're gonna make sure that we're starting from number 2. Now we're gonna move to the next step here. Tells me add 2 columns per page. Now this is pretty important here, and this is help us to organize our table or our design when it comes to apply images within the design. So in this case, I'm gonna get to the columns here, which is right at the bottom, and I'll make sure these are 2, not 3. You can actually use those arrows, or you can simply type it down if you wish to. Now column gutters here, as long as not giving me any column gutters, I'm gonna give it a 3 millimeters. Otherwise, I just gonna change it upon the practice exam. Okay. So going to the margins at the ends here, ask me to give a 5 millimeter margin, which is already there. And again, remember, anytime you're changing those margins, all the different margins are changing. So in here, I can type it down, 5. And then when I select anywhere, you're gonna find all of them change to 5 millimeter. Now up to here, we're all good. And I make sure that I'm clicking preview here at the bottom, just to make sure I can see my page layout while I'm creating it. Once I'm done, I'm just gonna click on create. So this is video number 1. Please wait for the video number 2. It's gonna be uploaded very shortly. Thank you.